Bradshaw in the backfield. He's carried the ball only 6 times all season. 2nd down and 5. Bradshaw picks up a first down and finally tackled by Angelo Crowell after a 15-yard pickup.
When you talked about the Giants running game not having that home run threat, you know, Derek Ward is out of the lineup. He was a guy that provided that. He broke his leg. I think that Ahmad Bradshaw is really kind of next in line. Reuben Drones, more short yardage, goal line style. Brandon Jacobs, your pounder. So as Ahmad Bradshaw starts to become more comfortable with the offense, the protection schemes, how they're running the football, I think he becomes your home run hitter in the running game.
Longest run of the season for the rookie out of Marshall, Bradshaw. 1st and 10 from just inside the 12. Inside handoff to Bradshaw. And Bradshaw takes it down to the 8 before he's tackled by Chris Kelsey.
Go back and take a look and see what happened to Brandon Jacobs on that play. He had a knee injury early in the year, then he had a hamstring that's still been a little bit tender. You got that tackle. It's Kyle Williams coming in, number 95. It's not a horse collar, but it looked very similar. You know, you get the guy around, you're pulling him back as your body is sliding underneath. You hear a lot of those high ankle sprains. That's the type of play that high ankle sprain happens on.
Now Bradshaw split to the right. 2nd and 7. Manning, a pump fake. Now he throws to Burris in the end zone. Incomplete, penalty marker.
Who's it on? Think it's on Plaxico?
I don't know, he had good body position, though. He was in front of the defender and just didn't come down with the ball.
That's interference. Offense. Number 17. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
It's on Burris.
A little upset he only has 1 reception today.
Well, they've been playing him well. There's a big size advantage when you talk about Terrence McGee and Plaxico Burris. You see him trying to use his body. There's not much there. He didn't shove to create separation. Actually, just used great body control. He got in front of Terrence McGee. That's like boxing a guy out on a rebound. I don't see the pass interference.
Tony?
Yeah, I don't think that was a good call.
So it pushes the Giants back to the 18-yard line. Manning out of the shotgun. Bradshaw in the backfield. The give to Bradshaw. And Bradshaw cuts inside the 10. Down to the 7. Another nice run by Ahmad Bradshaw.
You know, talking about the 2 running backs, 2 different styles. You know, when you're a defensive lineman or even a defense, and you have to look into the backfield and see who's back there, whether you have a slash runner like Bradshaw or you have a power runner like Jacobs, it really goes and slows you down a little bit in your progression of run, pass, and going through all your reads. It's tough because you really have to go and play each one of those runners differently, because one is going to cut a little faster than the other one's going to be the power guy where you really have to go and bring your whole body and your feet with it. So it makes it tough when you have that 1-2 punch.
3rd down and 6. Giants can pick up a first down without reaching the end zone. And they keep it on the ground with Bradshaw. He dives. Still no signal.
They might mark him
Lost
down
the
at the
football.
half-yard line.
But the question is, was he down?
They've got him down at the half-yard line.
So it's a first down for Ahmad Bradshaw and the Giants.
Good block by Chris Snee, pulling from the opposite side. He's in.
An eligible receiver on the
He's
play.
in.
Number 79.
His knee never touches. He's in the air all the way until he breaks the plane to the goal line. The Giants need to challenge this. Oh, no, he is. There he is. There he's down. He actually was down farther back than that. Now Jake Geron on to throw it in.
Good vertical leap off his knee right there. That's some.
There's Reuben Drones up and over. And he was stopped just shy of the goal line. Reuben Drones with 6 touchdowns this season, 5 from the 1-yard line. So he has been the go-to guy from the opposition 1.
When you get them offensive linemen nice down low and get some push up front, right here the Bills do a nice job of getting penetration, and those linebackers can't come over to go and stop him right there. Nice job.
Brandon Jacobs on the sidelines with a sprained ankle. The handoff to Drones, and he's tackled for a loss.
Boy, Mario Hagan just disrupted everything in the backfield on that play. You talked about the penetration, Tony. He's going to come in from the right side of your screen, 53. gets underneath Kevin Boss. No movement at all. Everything's clogged up. Ruben Drones nowhere to go. Here comes John McCargo inside out.
They didn't even block him. He came in almost scot-free on that one.
Bradshaw checks back in.
They're spread out. Looks like it's going to be a pass here. We're going to see maybe see that little
Yeah, they've been doing that little inside handoff.
That little draw, that little trap play.
3rd and goal.
There it is again.
Bradshaw stopped short.
You know, fool me once,
Yeah.
shame on me, fool me, or whatever.
Oh, it's
Shame on you.
unbelievable.
Hey, how many times have we seen that little play inside?
Well, if we can be up here in the booth and know exactly what they're running, you know the Buffalo Bills do because they see it in practice every day. I mean, when you see that shotgun, the first thing you have to do as an inside guy is say, hey, listen, be alert for that trap. They got to read, and looks like they're going to go for it right now.
Giants going for it on 4th down.
You know what? I say why not? I mean, you know, try and get some push up front. Worst case scenario, you go get your defense out, you got to pin back. Now they got
Bills call timeout. Giants send in 2 tight ends and Ruben Drones. Tom Coughlin deciding to go for it on 4th and goal. A couple of plays ago, was Bradshaw's knee down? Looks like it was.
Last season, no player was as durable or as valuable as Larry Johnson. On an NFL record 416 carries, LJ accounted for nearly half of the Chiefs' offense. His 1,789 rushing yards carried Kansas City into the playoffs and warranted a 2nd trip to the Pro Bowl. After leading the league in rushing yards the last 2 seasons, expect even bigger numbers from the indestructible running back who has his eyes set on the record books.
The greetings are different. The need to feel welcome is the same. You don't just stay here, you belong.
NASN's coverage of the BCS begins New Year's Day with a live back-to-back doubleheader of the Rose and the Sugar Bowl. Number 6 ranked USC make their 3rd straight trip to Pasadena, where they will face the surprise BCS pick Illinois in the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. Then the Sugar Bowl takes center stage as 12-0 Hawaii face Georgia and their legions of Bulldog fans. A live BCS doubleheader New Year's Day only on NASN.
Bills lead by 4. Giants going for it on 4th down.
I don't agree because all 38 points have been scored going that way. Sometimes you just got to have that weird reason. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to it.
luck.
Ruben Drones in the backfield. This is and he
You're
is
absolutely right,
tackled.
Bruce.
John McCargo.
That's 2 consecutive plays by John McCargo, just blowing through the line.
We talk about penetration. This is it to the extreme right here.
In his 11th NFL season, Philadelphia Eagles safety Brian Dawkins showed no signs of slowing down. In 2006, B-Dawk earned his 6th trip to the Pro Bowl with a career-high 98 tackles. His ball-hawking mentality helped force 9 turnovers and lead Philadelphia to another division title.
Well, the Giants drive 13 plays, 61 yards. 12 of the 13 plays were runs, and they come away with nothing.
Great goal line stand by the Bills. Down inside the 1-yard line with 1st and goal and push them all the way back out to the 5.
They came up with nothing because all the points were scored in the other end zone, right, Darryl?
That's right. Which bodes well for the Giants in the 4th quarter as Lynch gains a yard as we take another look at the 4th down tackle by McCargo.
Watch John McCargo right here. He needs to fire off straight. He reads the center coming down. Never do you go backside. He doesn't go backside. You know his coach is going to say, listen, if you take that backside route, you got to make it. If you take it, you make it. He makes the play. Looks like a hero.
McCargo, a 1st-round draft pick last season out of North Carolina State, keeps the Giants out of the end zone. 2nd down and 9. Edwards from the end zone throws it away.
Marshawn Lynch is going to go to the sideline and say, okay, what was that protection on that play? Because somehow I got stuck with Michael Strahan in a one-on-one, and I shouldn't have to do that all the time. So
I would have loved to have seen his eyes, how big they got when they saw Michael coming.
We had a play one time. We were playing against the late Reggie White, and I told my coordinator, I said, you realize if we have this play called into that defense that I have to block Reggie one-on-one. He goes, the odds of that happen are 1,000,000 to 1. First time we called the play. They're in the defense, and Reggie White.
How big did your eyes get?
I wanted to call a timeout.
There's Lynch on 3rd and 9. And now the Bills will be forced to punt from deep in their own territory. So the Giants should get good field position here.
Reggie White was notorious for making guys look embarrassed.
Big guys, not guys like it was an easier task against me.
Yeah, everybody.
Fred Robbins limping off to the sidelines.
Ryan Moreeeee has had one big in this game already, a 52-yarder out of his own end zone going the other way that reestablished some field position. R.W. McQuarters remembers that. He's back in his own 45.
He just backed it up about 10 yards. Good kick by Mormon, taken at the 46 by McQuarters. Into Bills territory. R.W. McQuarters forced out of bounds by the long snapper Ryan Neal after an 11-yard return.
The hard-hitting action of American football continues on NASN, the home of the NFL. It's Week 16 and crunch time with the playoffs getting closer and every game critical in the hunt to advance. The hard-hitting action continues with the 2nd game of our Sunday doubleheader when the amazing New England Patriots are home to take on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL on NASN live next.
They wear the school colors for a few fleeting years, leave behind moments we'll always remember, and take with them the spirit to excel in all they do. That's why the NCAA corporate family provides scholarships, sponsors youth programs, and supports all 23 NCAA sports. They know that while the excitement of college sports is shown in moments, the value lasts a lifetime.
Hey there, Horners. Tony Reale here, floating an invitation your way to go around the horn weekdays right here on NASN, Europe's leading channel for North American sports. Feast your eyes on my band, the Merry Journalists, who contemplate, manipulate, debate the latest sports news from around the world. So, if you're a sports nutter, a novice, or just sleepless in Slough, you're sure to enjoy the banter. Don't miss Around the Horn right here on NASN. Horn! Cheerio!
Late 3rd quarter, Bills lead the Giants by 4. The Giants clinch a playoff berth with a victory today or losses by both New Orleans and Washington. The Saints trail the Eagles, and the Redskins will take on the Vikings on the road tonight. Bills led 14-0. Giants scored 17 second quarter points to take the lead. Now Buffalo back on top. Brandon Jacobs back in the game, and Jacobs picks up a 1st down. gains 13 down to the Bills 32 before he was tackled by Dante Whitner.
I credit this Giants offensive line because Buffalo knew that coming into this game, they couldn't allow Brandon Jacobs to get moving downhill. And we've seen a couple of runs where there's nobody there. Madison Hedgecock, Rich Seibert come around just cutting guys down. He's getting 7 yards downfield before he's getting contact. They were hoping to get it near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that's not happening until he's in the secondary.
Jacobs sprained his ankle earlier, back in the game, takes the handoff from Manning, and is inside the 30, gain of 4 as we send it west once again to Kurt.
Well, you guys had a goal line stand in your game. How about Philadelphia against New Orleans? Saints on 4th down, trying to tie the score, but Aaron Stecker is stonewalled. And Philadelphia is holding on by 7, that one in the 3rd quarter. Can he move some goose?
Eagles eliminated from playoff contention. Saints still alive. Eagles lead by 7.
What a roller coaster year they've had.
Oh, both of them. I mean, New Orleans starts off 0-4, then gets to 4-4. That's two bizarre seasons for those teams.
Manning calls timeout.
First choice timeout, New York Giants.
2:45 remaining 3rd quarter. 2nd and 6 for the Giants when we return.
I'll trade you a Red Sox home jersey and a Rangers t-shirt for that Pirates jacket.
No way. I want that Cardinals hoodie and that Braves away uniform and an item to be named later.
You drive a hard bargain. Majestic Athletic, the official uniform supplier for all 30 Major League Baseball teams. Available now all over Europe at NASN.com. Live the NFL this season on NASN. Your Sunday kicks off with a live NFL countdown preparing you for 3 live-action-packed games. Then on Monday, start your week off with more football action and 2 first-run games followed by NFL Primetime, Monday Night Countdown, and ESPN's Monday Night Football Live. Catch daily news and analysis from the experts with NFL Total Access every weekday. And see the best weekly magazine shows including NFL Game Day, Who Is, and Top 10. And as the top teams fight for playoff places, NASN will bring you even more live crucial clinching games. With all this great NFL action, NASN is the only network for true football fans. Log on to NASN.com for scheduling and information.
Back at Orchard Park, Bills lead the Giants 21-17. Coming up in 2 weeks, the postseason begins January 6th with an NFC wildcard game on Fox. 2nd and 6 for the Giants. Brandon Jacobs. Jacobs takes it down to the 26. Tackled by Angelo Crowell, about 3 yards shy of the first down marker.
Well, the Giants have done a great job running the football this afternoon. And, you know, we wondered how successful they were going to be without Jeremy Shockey. And Kevin Boss and Michael Matthews in there at tight end have done a good job because a lot of these runs are just that straight play, just that little stretch press type play going right near the tight end's area. So not only the big guys up front, the starting 5 offensive line, but your tight end's doing a nice job this afternoon too.
3rd down and a long 2. The toss to Jacobs. He has a first down. So the Giants move the chains as Jacobs gains 5 and now has a career high 136 yards on the ground today.
Nice little changeup. I think that's the first time we saw something different that the Giants put in to go and, you know, when you're in that shotgun and all of a sudden Jacobs is offset. All we saw was the trap. Now they go with the little toss to the outside. Something else they got to think about now as a defense.
Definitely, because we saw that inside trap over and over again. Even down on the goal line, they're working their way down there. The first play to Ahmad Bradshaw that was called back because he was down inside the 1, that inside trap. You've got to show them something else from that same formation.
Giants send in an extra blocker, Gray Rugemer. First and 10 from the Bills' 20. Jacobs finally tackled at the 12 after a gain of 9.
Really, it's about the matchup right now on the outside. You bring Gray Ruger in, you put him at that tight end spot. The Buffalo Bills defensive ends, very athletic, but like most of the guys on that side of the field, undersized. Aaron Schobel, number 94, going against an offensive lineman, not a tight end, not an H-back, but you put a big body out there and get on the edge.
Well, them linebackers see that I formation. They're playing run 100%. A good time for a little play action or maybe a little boot with Eli. Get him to the outside, something we haven't seen.
Ruger remains in the game. Second down and 1. Jacobs. And this time Jacobs is stopped by John DiGiorgio. So the Giants now facing a 3rd and 1 as time winds down here in the 3rd quarter.
3rd down and 1, and you take the big guys out and bring the wide receivers in? Is that what, did I just see that?
They're going to hard count him here.
The Giants will not get the snap away. Quarter is going to end to give them some more time to think about it.
Down to the magic end zone, Darryl.
Darryl, the trend continues. All 38 points in the game today scored in the east end zone. Giants will be going that way. They trail the Bills 21-17. 3 quarters in the books here at Orchard Park.
NASN Trivia Timeout. What NFL team holds the record for most consecutive regular season wins? Stay tuned. The answer is coming up.
XGames.com is the year-round online destination for action sports from around the world. We've got the latest vids, bios, photo galleries, and news 24/7, 365. Moto, BMX, skate, rally, surf, and the exclusive home of the X Games. If it happened in the world of action sports, it'll be on XGames.com. Bookmark it and log on early and often. Anytime, any place. XGames.com.
Years of fencing and 3 years of law school teach you a lot. For him, it's confidence. For me, it's pride. Go to ncaa.student.org to find out how your child could become one of the many student athletes who go pro in something other than sports.
Well, Goose is up here in the booth just hanging out, but our guys on the field still working hard. Danny's out there.
I feel for him. I feel for him.
With Bergfeld braving the elements. Mike Ratus is back there somewhere.
How you doing, Mike? Sorry, buddy. Wish I was down there with you. Not.
Oh, again.
Eli uses a second Giants timeout.
New York Giants, 30-second timeout.
Michael Drains trying to keep dry.
There you go, Michael.
Yeah.
There's Hardy. He's standing up.
Hardy can't lay down. We can't get the traditional Hardy shot today.
Yeah, get him down. Get down, Hardy. Come on. Get on the ground for us. There you go. That's a trooper, guys.
Hardy Klunder, who was right there when Kevin Everett entered the Bills locker room this morning.
He got the shot for us today.
John's got a little bit of coverage there. He got the long straw today.
Got a tent. Here's Hardy. Here's Hardy again. Oh, here's Hardy's shot. Hardy's for rent, too. He dresses up like Santa Claus for anybody. For kids. I'm going to get his number out there.
Takes pictures of the front yard.
Yeah, he's great for shoes. He's got a shoe fetish or something.
He can get back up, Hardy. All right, 3rd down and 1 following the timeout. Giants have 2 tight ends, Matthews and Boss.
They fumbled the snap.
Comes loose. Bills say they have it, and they do.
Self-destruct on that play.
After a timeout. That's what you get after a timeout.
Looks like it was going to be a little belly play. He didn't even get the play off.
I don't even think Eli did not even come out from under center with it, did he? No, he never even has it. He goes right down. Is that Larry Triplett down there at the bottom? Well, that's a heads-up play. That ball is down around everybody's feet. Larry Triplett, great vision to see that football get down and get that covered up.
The hard-hitting action of American football continues on NASN, the home of the NFL. It's Week 16 and crunch time with the playoffs getting closer and every game critical in the hunt to advance. The hard-hitting action continues with the second game of our Sunday doubleheader when the amazing New England Patriots are home to take on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL on NASN live next.
I'm shooting the bold and the beautiful NFL jerseys from Reebok. Now, stick out that chest.
For Reebok official NFL jerseys and more, visit NASN.com.
It's college football bowl season again on NASN, and this December we bring you 15 of the best bowl games from across the NCAA. All these great games, plus the 5 BCS games live in January, only on NASN. Check NASN.com for schedules and information.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Bud Light. Endless refreshment from start to finish. Bud Light keeps it coming. By State Farm, proud sponsor of the NFL. And by McDonald's.
Giants fans crying in the rain here in Buffalo. Giants 3 turnovers today, 2 this half. Bills take over from their own 12. Lynch is hit for a loss. Tackled in the backfield by Antonio Pierce. Over the last 5 games, the Giants are minus 12 in turnover ratio.
They sit at minus 10 for the season now, and for them to be at 9-5, getting ready to, make a playoff push,
run.
I mean, that number, that's unbelievable.
They are the only team with a winning record in the entire league with a negative turnover ratio. Edwards pass, deflected, intercepted. We talk about turnovers, and Kavika Mitchell brings it all the way back for a touchdown on cue.
The magic end zone, Darryl.
Even on defense.
Even on defense. Might as well just close the other side down.
You get those deflected passes. We saw one to start the second half when the Buffalo Bills were able to get an interception. Trent Edwards going to come back. You got a slant coming in from the right side. Ball is thrown where it's catchable. Kind of gets on that back shoulder of Lee Evans. He pops it up. Good hustle by Kavika Mitchell getting back. Not just dropping into your zone, but finding the ball, getting back into an area to make a play.
Second touchdown this season for Mitchell. He returned a fumble for a touchdown against the Eagles. And the Giants go back on top. Kavika Mitchell, in his first season with the Giants after 4 years in Kansas City, has given New York a 3-point lead.
I was an offensive lineman for 4 years. I no longer wear pads, but I still carry a lot of weight on my shoulders.
There are over 380,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of them will be going pro in something other than sports.
For Wilson baseball gloves and much more, visit NASN.com.
The hard-hitting action of American football continues with Monday Night Football on NASN. And this week, it's an old-fashioned AFC showdown. With only one more game to go after this week, the Denver Broncos look to play spoiler when they face the lightning bolts, the San Diego Chargers. Are you ready for some football? Broncos, Chargers, live tomorrow night. Coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown. The NFL on NASN.
Now that last play, you got to go back and look at Antonio Pierce right here. Watch him go and just light up. Ooh, look at that shirt, Kirk Chambers. I mean, you know, linebackers just love it when you see interceptions. Their heads go on a swivel, go to look to hunt somebody down. Gets into the end zone nice with a nice lead block like that. That's the fun stuff, Darryl. Remember on Mondays, you used to rerun that stuff and just show it, and everybody's go, oh, look at that blow-up shot.
Bills will start from their own 20, trailing the Giants by 3. Well, guys, many players around the league have decided to donate a portion or all of their game checks today to former players in need. GridironGreats.org, and Kavika Mitchell, who just scored the touchdown, one of the Giants who is donating a portion of his game check today.
Yeah, getting it done on the field as a player, but also getting it done off the field for some of our retired NFL guys who have fallen onto hard times. And Anthony Hargrove for the Bills and Kavika Mitchell for the Giants, two of the guys that Kyle Turley, who initiated this whole thing, contacted, and they generated support from among the players. Hundreds of guys have elected to do it, and they're hoping to raise upwards of $400,000 with the money they collect today.
Pass is caught by Lee Evans. So hats off to all of the players around the league who have decided to take part and help out some of the ex-NFL players.
It's great seeing
financial or medical need.
Great seeing a lot of those young players go and having the respect to go and take care of the older players who, you know, didn't make the money that these guys on the field now are making, and give something back, and knowing how hard this game is, and just it's great, especially this time of year, and just it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and a lot of the guys wanted to stay anonymous. You know, they didn't want their names out there. It's not about notoriety. It's not about them doing the right thing. They just wanted to help out some guys who've fallen onto hard times.
Marshawn Lynch goes over 1,000 yards in this, his rookie season out of Cal. Second running back drafted following Adrian Peterson, and he is now over 1,000.
He is a very multi-dimensional running back for the Buffalo Bills. And I think the one thing that everybody's wondering is, how do we get him incorporated more into the passing game? And you have to understand, for a young guy coming into the NFL, the protection is the key. Once he understands the protection schemes and they feel confident that he's not going to get their quarterback hit, then he starts to roll into your third down package also.
Here's Lynch. Lynch forced out of bounds by Sam Madison, loses 5, but he is still over 1,000, despite losing 5 yards.
The great thing to see in these young running backs that come out, you know, in college, when you go in to get the ball, you can outrun most of the guys on the field. And it's learning how to go and get upfield, get north and south, and get yards and put them in the bank, and not getting, you know, every time you're not going to go and get the first down, but get those 3s and 4s, and it's a learning process. And Lynch has done a great job of going and learning and getting better as the season goes on, and congratulations to him for over 1,000 yards.
5th rookie in Bills history to run for 1,000. First since Greg Bell in '84. Off the play fake. Edwards was under pressure from Kavika Mitchell, throws it away.
I tell you, you don't fool. Barry Colefield does not get fooled on screen passes. I mean, honestly, if you're coming up to the line of scrimmage, you'd have to kind of do a dual check with a screen pass. If Barry Colefield is playing right defensive tackle, you don't want to run your screen out to the to that side. He gets up, he understands that the line is playing it a certain way. It was too easy, and he just does the retrace. He gets right into the throwing lane.
Yeah, a lot of those offensive linemen will go and look. You know, they'll let you go real fast, and all of a sudden it just puts off a light. Sort of like our little light we have for Kenny there, our nugget alert goes off in your head. Now you got your head on a swivel looking for that back out of the backfield. He does a great job, as Moose pointed out.
I haven't seen that light today. 3rd down and 14. Edwards to the outside. James Butler on the coverage. Josh Reed. Reed wanted a flag.
I think he's there. I think he's there a couple steps early.
Yeah, these people in this stadium aren't that happy. They're wet, they're freezing, and bad calls ain't gonna make it any better.
They got it on the Jumbotron, so they've seen it here. They don't like it. Yeah, he's through the back, over the top. James Butler got away with one right there.
The Butler did it.